What's going on, guys? It's your boy Indigo, and welcome back to my channel. I don't want to be doing this, honestly. I'm getting tired of doing these type of videos, but I gotta do it because I want to add my 2 cents on this. So it should be a good one, guys. I have a lot to say about this, so let's get this started. Um, Before I begin, I'm gonna just do my regular. Please hit the like button. It helps me out a lot, especially in the search engine. Please leave a comment. But this time, guys, I want you to leave a comment on your favorite Bray Wyatt match or moment. I just want to know. I'm curious. I'm gonna tell you guys mine in a bit. And yeah, let's get this started. Make sure you guys check out the latest videos on my channel. Good ones. You guys will love them. I'm back into Dragon Ball Fighters, so I uploaded something yesterday in terms of that. So yeah, just make sure you guys check that out. And yeah, I don't want to take up much more of your guys' time. So I woke up to this. Bray Wyatt got released by the WWE. There's more coming, guys. Just a heads up. Bray Wyatt's not gonna be the only one. I assuming sometime this week is what my source told me. He said just don't be surprised if you hear more releases coming, is what he told me, straight up. So I'm gonna share what happened. He basically he woke up to the news. Johnny Ace was the one that made the call. Mr. People Power should tell you guys. For those who don't know, he got his old job back. Basically, he's the head of talent relations, which was Jim Ross's old job. And when it comes to stuff like this, Vince is not the one to fire people. Like he's the guy that fires people. So he's the one that makes the calls. If I'm making sense to you guys. So he made the call to Bray Wyatt. What Johnny Ace told Bray Wyatt was budget cuts was the reason he got released. We know that's bullshit, but that's what he told him. And the plan was to have him come back this month in August. It's basically August now, so he was supposed to be scheduled to come back this month. I don't know if it was going to be at SummerSlam or before or after SummerSlam, but those were the plans. He was getting ready to come back, as I heard from my source. And he's also going through a lot personally, health reasons and personal reasons. I won't go much into that because it's really none of my business. I just wish him well. But he was planning on coming back. I heard again from my source that he was frustrated with the plan, what they was doing with him in terms of his character with the Fiend, because as we know, they now paired him with Alexa. She stole his gimmick, guys. Like you can't argue that. If you argue that, don't talk to me about wrestling. Block me, because I don't care about your opinion. I'm tired of you people defending this woman like she's going to sleep with y'all or knock on your door at 3 in the morning with butt ass naked. Like that's not happening, you retards. She stole his gimmick. That's what happened, and we haven't seen him since. And that's all I heard. He got released. He was frustrated about what they was doing with him in creative, and the fact that Alexa is on TV right. I'm sorry, guys, but this pisses me off. Like Alexa is on TV right now. That's his gimmick. We all know it's his gimmick, bro. She used Sister Abigail. I don't watch Raw. I watch SmackDown here and there, guys. I watched SmackDown the other night, this past Friday. But I don't watch Raw at all. I don't. That's a waste of time for me. But last time I seen Alexa, like she used Sister Abigail. That's Bray's finishing move, right? So she stole his gimmick. and they wasn't gonna have nothing planned for him when he came back, based on what I just said. Because what was he gonna do? Like he can't challenge Roman. He can't go to Raw. They gonna book him like shit on Raw. He can't be on SmackDown doing anything of importance because they not gonna book him to win or look strong in the end. So just imagine what he. If I'm talking like this, I feel like just imagine what he's going through. You know. Mickey James said it best in her tweet. Bray Wyatt, to me, it's Bray Wyatt and Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy is a creative guy as well. They artists, you know. And art, when you're this it happens in the music industry too. When you're an artist and you're that creative and you're working in a corporate machine, like they just not gonna get you. Like, they not gonna relate to you how other people would. Like people like me, you get it and appreciate your art. Like the corporate machine ain't gonna get. They not gonna understand that. They only care about this. Now money is important. You know, you gotta have money, but that's not everything. Especially when it came to a guy like Bray Wyatt, his creativity was more important to him than the money. Pretty sure he saves and all that. He spends and saves his money right. I assume he don't look like the type of guy to blow his shit away, you know. So I doubt it was about money with this guy. It was creative. Bray Wyatt was one of my favorites in the company for the past decade. If you know me, you know my story. I started watching WWE full time in 2014 when CM Punk left. Literally when he left, I stopped watching because I didn't give a fuck about nobody else on Raw or SmackDown. I just didn't care. Now Punk, outside of Punk, my other favorites was Daniel Bryan, the Wyatt family, and the Shield. Those guys were the future. Like we all saw it. Like at that time, Triple H, Undertaker, Randy Orton, all those guys, Cena. Like their time was up. I'm just being straight up. Like they was coming out of the 2000s era. We entering the 2010s era. Like I saw it in the Shield, the Wyatt family, and Daniel Bryan. Like yo, these guys are going to carry the company in the next few years. And Bray Wyatt was number one to me on that list. Out of all those guys, including Daniel Bryan, I'm including Daniel Bryan in this. Like I felt like he was, that character was so unique to me. The cult like character that he came up with in NXT. I never saw nothing like that, and I watched wrestling since '97, early '98. I can't remember which year it was, but it was one of those years. I haven't seen anything that creative since I first saw Kane. To be honest, and Undertaker, that type of like those type of mystique characters. I like stuff like that. And the Wyatt family was so cool to me, man. Especially the way Bray Wyatt would cut his promos. Back then, it was cool. Elimination Chamber 2014. That's easily the greatest 6-man that company's ever produced. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. But dude, like those 6 men, they didn't even touch each other yet, and the crowd was going bananas. I was going crazy at home. I watched that pay-per-view live at home. That was epic, man. That was their feud in general was epic. Like then the Wyatt family, you know, Braun Strowman got added. They broke up shortly after that, and Bray went solo, and he went to SmackDown. He won the WWE Championship at the Elimination Chamber in 2017. I'll never forgetting that night. Like, first of all, if you pin John Cena, like you should, management should be focused on like capitalizing off of that. Like, but they didn't want to. They don't see him. They didn't see him as that top guy. But when he won the title in 20, I was so happy for him, man. I had goosebumps because he was my pick to win, but when I predict these WWE pay-per-view shows, like the way I predict them, I predicted the way that these idiots would think instead of how I would book it. You know, a lot of you get what I'm trying to say, but I book how they would book these shows when I predict these shows. So I went with somebody else. But Bray was my pick, you know, and he won, and that's when I was like, oh shit, they really gonna pull the trigger with this guy. They didn't, sadly. You know, they had Randy beat him for the title. Him and Randy would paired together for a bit. Brody Lee was in there too. He was in the picture. I wanted him to actually be in the match, make it a triple threat. It should have been Brody Lee or Bray Wyatt, either or, getting the championship over Randy Orton. At that stage, Orton is a made man. He's a veteran. He's a legend. He's a future Hall of Famer. So he didn't need the championship or the win. I feel like his responsibility was to put over the newer, younger guys, especially Brody Lee, because Brody Lee was over. That feud got, he was over, guys. Like, he was over. I wanted it to be Brody against Bray for the championship. That would have been fire. But they don't think how I think. So Randy got the belt. You guys know where I'm going. Gender. SmackDown killed. Should I say more? It was supposed to be Gender versus Brock at that Survivor Series, and they pulled an audible and they went with AJ. Bray should have kept the belt. It should have been, again, like I said, either Brody Lee or AJ taking the title from Bray. Like, and then shortly after that, he had a little thing with Matt Hardy. It ain't going nowhere. I knew it wasn't going to go nowhere because they didn't take the woken stuff seriously. So I knew that wasn't going nowhere. So he went back to square one. He came up with this awesome character. He came up with the Fiend character, and I loved it. I loved everything about it, guys. And he came up with this during the time where WWE television was so dead in the creative department. Like, there was nothing interesting going on. That he created this. The whole industry was talking about this guy and what he was doing, because that's how good it was. And it was so awesome just to see him back. He looked so happy too. He looked great. He looked in shape. Like, I felt like he was ready to get back into things, but of course they fuck it up. He got buried in Saudi Arabia by fucking Oberg, that fucking disgrace to the industry, that fucking piece of shit. Got buried, bro. Like, if that was any other legend, they would have put him over. That's what I'm trying to say to you guys. Like, WrestleMania 30, it should have been Bray Wyatt ending the streak, if I'm being honest with you guys. And look what happened on that show. John Cena buried him. But back to what I was saying. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm sorry, guys. But I woke up to this pissed off. So can you blame me? No. He got buried in Saudi Arabia by Oldberg. He had a Hell in a Cell match with Seth Rollins. I don't know if you want to talk about that because I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna get mad, guys. Let's just say that match sucked. And then no, that was it. He he was the only person that won both versions of the Universal Championship, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was him and Oldberg. They was the only two. By that I mean the red and blue belts, because you know it was red at first, now it's blue. But Bray, when the Fiend beat no, I'm not even gonna talk about that because I don't remember that, and I don't really care to talk about it. But long story short, Roman came back, and that was his title. That's what I'm trying to say. But since then they paired him with Alexa, like I said in the beginning of the video, and since then she just jacked his gimmick. I'm gonna keep saying that because it's true. And we know how the company feels about Alexa. I don't know why. Like she's not a wrestler to me. I'm just being straight up with you guys. Like, you wanna know who's a wrestler? Sasha Banks. Google her. You might learn a thing or two. But Alexa ain't a wrestler to me, so I really don't know why the company likes her so much. This is just favoritism. I hate it. You see it with people like Charlotte. We saw her. I love Roman, but we saw her with Roman for all these years. And Bray Wyatt was somebody that there would never be another Undertaker, but somebody like somebody with that type of mystique about him is rare to come by, you know. But he has a 90-day, compete. I don't know if this is it for him in the wrestling industry, but if it's not, he will make the perfect leader for the new leader for the Dark Order, and just carry out Brody's wishes. That's how I personally feel about that. And I think Tony Khan might be thinking the same thing, but we'll see on that. Even if he's done with wrestling, like he's a really creative guy, and I know he can help out any promotion in the creative department. So, out of all the releases, I'm including Malachi Black and Almas in this too. Out of all the releases, I feel Bray Wyatt is the one that's going to haunt them the most. I really feel that, guys. Out of everybody that we saw I'm including everybody from this year and last year that got released because there was so many people I can't name them. Bray Wyatt he's gonna be that one person that's gonna haunt them, and they're gonna regret that. Because all they care about is money. They don't care about me. They don't care about you. They don't care about the other fans. They don't care about their talent that they got employed except their favorites. So I just wish him nothing but the best. Because I know he's going through a lot personally. I know how it feels to lose someone very close to you. I lost many people that was close to me in a hit. So I can only imagine what he's going through. Because Brody Lee's passion really hit him. It hit all of us. But Bray actually, he knew him. It hit him more than we did. And we was fans. You know, his Instagram post when he passed, that was really tough to read, if I'm being honest with you guys. And I guess they wanted him back so soon. Knowing this, they know bro, he passed away, but this Nick Khan guy, we gotta keep an eye on him. Like, if you know me, I already told y'all about this, but we need to keep an eye on this guy, cause like I said in the beginning, there's more releases coming, and it's mainly because of this guy. Like he just, Oberg is there, Eva Marie, Nia Botch, Tamina, Carmella. Not even Carmella's gotten better, so I'm not going to include her on this because she actually been trying. I saw it. We got Zelot Vega. We got people like this that they not even they not considered wrestlers to me, man. They just people that's there. They see a big ass money bag, and they just want to collect the checks. That's it. But that's all I had to say, guys. Thank you so much for checking out my video and just being a subscriber to my channel. I got more coming. I'm trying to be more consistent, like I said. And that's really all I had to say. Leave a comment. I want to know your favorite Bray Wyatt moment or match, and that's it. Thank you guys. Until then, take care and stay safe.